So the purpose of the second channel is I can just do whatever. The problem with my first channel is I would get these impulses to make a video. I'd see something online and I would say, wow, that's really cool, I should make something just like that. But then I would think, well, it doesn't have cats in it, and people just, they only want cats. So this is what's so fantastic about the second channel. It's whatever I want. And who else on YouTube gives you two perspectives at once? Not only the third person, but the first person's perspective. This is groundbreaking stuff here, folks. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what a typical Friday night would be like for me. I live in Wichita, Kansas. There's not that much to do here. So tonight, I'm watching Jenna Marbles. She is one of the fastest rising stars of YouTube. You guys probably don't know this, but Jenna Marbles, this girl has actually proposed to me not once, but twice. Publicly. She had a blog and she posted my video and she said, if I can't marry this guy, I want to marry someone just like him. And then she also left a comment on my channel. And so Jenna, if you're ever seeing this, I accept. I mean, what the heck? Just a little bit more. And there's Ginger cleaning her butt. Thank you, Ginger. The internet's watching. Note to other guys, just be nice to animals. And you will get all kinds of ladies to be like, oh, this guy's kind to animals. He has a heart. I love him and want to marry him. So I've been watching Jenna here, and she's brilliant. She just makes these videos where she's talking at the camera. Although she only has one camera, not two like we see here. But she's just funny, and she doesn't have to build lunar landers in her living room. She doesn't have to make cat costumes. She doesn't have to write a script. Well, she probably writes a script. She probably has some notes or something to work from. But it's brilliant. She gets millions of views on her YouTube videos just talking and being funny. So that's kind of my inspiration tonight. And before I forget, for Dianne, okay, the pink things here are newspapers that have been tossed out onto my driveway. Dianne is a good friend of mine. She's very conservative. I'm quite a bit more liberal. And I'll tell you, it's a rare example that we don't see today, and this is what this new channel is about also, of people who have different opinions, but yet we get along and we can appreciate the other person's position. Dianne and I sit in this coffee shop just about every day. Me, because I got to get out of the house, and Dianne to get some social interaction with the other regulars in the coffee shop. Anyway, she watched one of the previous videos and she was telling me, what are all those pink things in the background? It's just a newspaper with a pink plastic covering, and it will go into the recycling at some point. But you know what makes me happy? Totally new topic here. What makes me happy? I have recently discovered eBay. That is to say, I mean, I know what eBay is, but it turns out you can buy bits and pieces of your childhood on eBay. Look what I have back here. This is one of the rarest of rare model airplanes. A monogram Speedy Built. The first one I had was the Piper Cub, and then I had the Citabria right here. A little bit of trivia. Citabria spelled backwards is aerobatic. That's right, this airplane does loops and rolls and spins and flips and whoop-de-doos and all kinds of fun stuff. I had these, and then my buddy had the Cessna 180. Here's the two pieces of the body, and you glue them together, and then you glue the wing on. How cool is that? And this one was easy to build too. The other model airplanes that I had when I was a kid, there are these really complicated things. This is pieces of balsa wood, and the covering here is tissue paper. These are little spoked wheels made by hand. And so there's the rubber band and the rubber, you wind it up. And it flies, and it's totally cool. And this is why I didn't have a girlfriend for like all of high school. These were some of the favorite things that I had when I was a kid. And see the guy here? Look how happy he is. He's got his Speedy built Cessna 180 model, and he's having a blast. He's from the 70s, just like my house, and he has long hair just like I do. This is just like I had when I was in high school. This is from my 70s childhood, and this is from my 80s. I looked for these things. I just wanted to buy one, and I found like all three of them. The Citabria, the Cessna 180, and the Piper Cub. Childhood happiness there from eBay. Sorry, I need a little nip of peanut butter here. And so what if you could buy back, you know, your childhood happiness and your optimism? Part of my childhood, we lived in Colorado, which is beautiful. There's mountains there, and the air is dry and clear. And we lived at the Air Force Academy, and we had these airplanes and these gliders flying around above us, and it was just totally cool. And that's where I had happiness and optimism. And then we moved to North Dakota, and I started to realize that, you know, not all is beautiful and perfect with the world. And there's pain and suffering, and then you become an adult, you know. But I was lucky enough when I was a kid that for part of the time when I was growing up, it seemed like everything was perfect and everything was beautiful and everything was just the way it should be. And I hope that everybody got at least a little taste of that at some point before they woke up to reality. Reality's not that bad. I think there's hope for the world. And sometimes it seems like things are going backwards, but I think things are going forwards. But yeah, that time when you were a kid, when you thought that everything was perfect in the world and everything was the way it was supposed to be, at least, and you didn't question it. I don't know about you guys, but for me that was a remarkable time. Okay guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Oh, that's a good one.